Alright, let's jump into adding and subtracting decimal notes. So we've got 1A, so your packet should be out, ready to go, pencil sharpened, ready to take some notes. So I know some of this will be a review, but it's good to refresh our memory on how to do some of this stuff to build our foundation moving forward. So the first thing we're going to write is what the biggest rule is to remember when adding and subtracting decimals. That is to line up the decimals. That is so important when you add and subtract. You have to have those decimals lined up. So make sure you write that there so that way you've got that so that you can remember for the future. So go ahead and write this first video example down in your addition section. You've got 37.8 plus 0.62. Okay, so when we say line up the decimals, that means that I need those numbers to be lined up where those decimals fall. So since the 8 is behind the decimal here and the 6 is behind the decimal here, those should be above and below each other when we line up the decimals. Just like this. So I know that 2 is kind of hanging off there. If that bothers you or makes it hard for you to think through that, then you can go ahead and add a 0 behind the 8. So go ahead and get your problem set up like this. You should have it written here and then set it up vertically up and down with those decimals lined up. If you need to pause your video, feel free, but I'm going to go ahead and start adding. When we start adding, we want to start on the right and move our way left. So we're going to do 0 plus 2, pretty simple, we get 2. 8 plus 6, we get 14, so I'm going to put my 4 down here and carry that 1. Okay, keep following along with me, you got this. So the really important thing to do before we forget about it is that when we add or subtract decimals, the decimal goes straight down. Okay, that's only when we add and subtract decimals. Then we have 1 plus 7 plus 0 to get 8, and then just 3 plus nothing, so we end up with 38. So our final answer, whether you rewrite it or circle it or something, is 38.42 or 42. Okay, so the biggest thing is if you can get those decimals lined up, then you're pretty golden from there. So I've got another practice problem over here for you. So what I want you to do is when this video gets over, go ahead and try this one on your own, but you need to check with the answer key first and make sure you're correct before moving on to the subtracting decimals video. So make sure you try this on your own, check with the answer key either on the board or at the top of this grid page and see if you got it right. You can do it.